Once on the brink of extinction, this now iconic bird flies over Arizona, thanks to decades of conservation efforts. Karess Melanie takes us to Lake Pleasant, where the journey of the Arizona bald eagle unfolds.
A boat ride, a rocky hike, and a drop over the edge. And we reach a nest where the three symbols of the United States will open their wings in about 5 weeks and take flight. A success story.
Yeah, really the success of the bald eagle recovery here in Arizona and throughout the nation, it's a great example of how if we put our mind to it and our focus on it, we can make very positive impacts in the world.
And this success story is decades in the making.
We've been able to see, the population suffer and then the population really rebound in kind of a really exciting way. Looking at only having a couple nesting pairs to this year, having more than 100 breeding territories in the state is really exciting to see, the way that active management can really help a population, rebound and come back from the brink.
This baby eaglet just had a health track and a banding by Arizona Game and Fish. This allows scientists to track his health and be aware of the bald eagle population here in Arizona. He's definitely alert and not so much keeping his eye on me, but he's definitely aware of his surroundings and probably wondering where he is outside of his nest. Griffin Lay has been keeping his eyes on the eaglets since their story started.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about bald eagles in Arizona is that there's very little to no migration in or out of the state. So all the birds that are born here come back here to breed, and there's not much migration into the state from other states. So that's an interesting thing, and that's why the population here has grown at a slower rate than it has in other parts of the U.S.
Still, the bald eagle story in Arizona is one of hope. The bald eagles have called Lake Pleasant home long before the lake even existed. The creation of the lake brought more food resources like fish and waterfowl, and the eagles made the lake their kingdom.
Whole ecosystem in balance. As top predators, they'll go after fish and other animals and things like that, just to try to keep everything in balance.
Lakes like this and others allow the Arizona eagle populations to grow, with over 100 breeding areas and a 3% increase each year. And just like you, these birds get their annual checkup. They don't step on a scale, but are weighed, measured, and swabbed for bird flu.
We've learned a lot about them, and they always surprise us.
This is it.
After a thorough check, back in the nest they go, and there's no turning back now. Soon, they'll flee the nest. Another one, well, actually 3 of our American symbols out in the world.
So the bald eagles are, such a charismatic bird. They make a great icon for the country, as well as, just for everybody to see out in the wild. It's always exciting to see a bald eagle.
With the eagles at Lake Pleasant, Karess Melanie, Cronkite News.
Nest watchers said they hope the story of the bald eagle reshapes the narrative around endangered species across North America, and that there are more laws and regulations put in place to protect the ecosystem. And that's it for your Cronkite News Report. I'm Leah Phillips. Back to Max and Bahir at the